where the Ministry of Health would have kicked off the one-day march. Now, this march had two
Hold your best friend hand. Hold your best friend hand.
Headquarters on the east coast of Demerara, coming all the way to David Street, into Thomas Land, into Wolford Avenue, into Main Street, and Avenue of the Republic. And then they would have started from the head of Breakdown right up to Coffee. The second route would have started at Ramp Road into Mandela Avenue, and then they would have ended at Winter Place, and then joined the first route to head to Coffee. As I mentioned, we would have talked to a few persons this morning to find out how they're feeling, what do they think about this one-day march, because health is everybody's business. You have to exercise on a daily basis. You have to eat healthy. Now, some of the organizations that would have taken part in today's march are persons from the Ministry of Health or organizations, government and non-government, which is Ministry of Health. We have the Guyana Defense Force. We also have CARICOM Secretariat, persons there as well. We also have Peace Corps and so many other organizations. The police have been very helpful, very cooperative, making sure that everybody is in their line, and as I mentioned, very, very helpful. What we're going to do, we are going to go to Coffee now, and we're going to hear from some of the key speakers for today's march. We did talk, as I mentioned before, with a few persons as well on the march, and later on we are going to throw that out on our Facebook page so you can get to hear a little about persons. And why it is important, as you can see, we have the Guyana Defense Force ambulance. We also have the other ambulance as well, to all the other persons as well. So let's go right over to Coffee now.
Flag of Guyana, and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to the laws of Guyana, to love my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. Thank you very much. We'll now have brief remarks from Ms. Dr. Onika Scott, Maternal Child Health Officer at the Ministry of Health. Dr. Scott. What is the hold the two mics?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Good. You know which team won, right? Ramp Road team. Ramp Road. All right, we all did excellently, and for that you should all give yourselves a big round of applause. To observe the protocols here today, we wish to acknowledge the presence of our Permanent Secretary, Mr. Malcolm Watkins. And you'll forgive me ahead of time because the program has switched up so many times. The presence of a representative from the Army, Brigadier Omar Khan. I know he is not here with us, but he has representatives. Mr. Marbob is here with us representing CARICOM. We do have Mr. Daniel Albrick with us. No, he isn't. And for the many ministries of Tourism, Ministry of Labor, the Mexican Embassy, Man and Mission, all of the other NGOs, welcome. Today, Guyana joins many countries to commemorate Caribbean Wellness Day and Caribbean Wellness Week. We're not the only country that had an activity, or many activities for that matter. We join Anguilla, Trinidad, Turks and Caicos, Barbados, commemorating activities such as special walks, kayaking, relay. We always have fun in Guyana for Caribbean Wellness Day, and this is no different. But if you look at the theme, for those of you who have programs, at the bottom of the program, the theme is Power Through Collective Action, the care we need at work, at home, and at school. Let's spend 2 minutes to talk about some of the care that we need for health and well-being. We're not just focusing on physical health, but we're focusing on mental health. That means that we have to pay attention to all of the mental health pathologies that we are now trained to detect, diagnose. We have to pay attention to children who have suicidal thoughts. We have to pay attention in the work environment when people are not happy, they've been overworked, when there's no cooperation in the work environment. Guyana is now a high-income country, and that means that through globalization, we'll inherit the good and the bad, but we have a good precedent set, and we're able to detect the bad from the Western countries and prepare our countries to not inherit the bad. But of course, with the good comes childhood obesity. The good comes an increased use of vaping in the adolescent population. All programs that we have to incorporate in our different ministries and our different NGOs to combat diseases of the old are now diseases of the young. And although we are not yet on the high income level, I mean that it will take about 10 years for us to catch up with the wealth percentile. We have to be cognizant that in our very mediums, we're planning to combat some of those illnesses and chronic dispositions that come with being a high-income country. So without further ado, we would want to welcome the representative from the Army to give brief remarks. No, in the absence of Brigadier Omar Khan, we're going to now hand over to Nazim so that you can welcome Mr. Marabot.
Thank you very much, Dr. Scott. I got to throw in my congratulations to the CARICOM team for doing a good work, not only the Rampro team. Big up yourself, CARICOM team. Right, Malky. So we'll have now brief remarks by Ms. Tamara Bob, Program Manager of the Health Sector Development from CARICOM.
There's good. Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health, Guyana, Mr. Malcolm Watkins, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of international development partners, other special invitees, participants, good morning. I am delighted to offer closing remarks on today's momentous occasion in celebration of Caribbean Wellness Day 2023 and bring you greetings from Dr. Carla Barnett, CARICOM Secretary General, who due to competing engagements is unable to be here with us. Today we celebrate Caribbean Wellness Day under the theme, Power Through Collective Action, with the sub-theme, The Care We Need at Work, at School, at Home. Our collaboration today attests to the commitment to addressing the determinants of health collectively. We applaud the Ministry of Health Guyana for the exemplary attitude they continue to display in advancing health through coordinated health approaches. The large gathering here today speaks volumes, and I am certain that you have had a wonderful experience as you prioritized your health and well-being. As we conclude this walk, let us take a moment to reflect on the importance of wellness. Wellness is not just about physical fitness, but it is a holistic approach that encourages each of us to take care of ourselves in every possible way, at work, at school, at home. It encompasses all aspects of our well-being, including mental, emotional, and spiritual health. By participating in activities like this community walk and relay, we are actively investing in our own well-being and fighting the epidemic of non-communicable diseases, which continue to be the leading cause of death and disability in the region. The theme for this year is very fitting coming out of the pandemic. Our response to COVID-19 reminds us of the importance of working together and building resilience through collective actions. We succeeded because we worked together, and we can continue to do so. I urge you to continue the great work started and help to change the trajectory of our disease profile by encouraging healthy lifestyle practices at schools, in workplaces, and at home. Let us advocate for policies that will reduce and reverse the epidemic of non-communicable diseases, especially obesity in our children. I wish to commend the collaborative and supportive efforts of the Ministry of Health of Guyana, and in closing, wish to recognize all those who have participated in today's community relay and walk. Let us continue to walk towards good health. Thank you.
Thank you very much there, Ms. Tamara Bob, Program Manager, Health Sector Development, CARICOM. And just to let you know that this walk went live on the Emerald Vision Facebook page live, and that was from CARICOM right until now. So we say a special welcome and good morning to those who are viewing us online. Next, we've got brief remarks from Danielle Albrecht, Advisor, Health Systems and Services, PAHO WHO.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to all my friends here for completing the walk. Thank you very much to the organizers. Thank you very much to CARICOM. I just wanted to highlight the fact that the work is being done by the Ministry of Health all these 3 years since. It's okay. All the efforts done by the Ministry expanding the health system, and also all the activities to promote health, they will be important results in the long term, in the midterm, sorry, in the country. We see the health system expanding. We see actions taken in all regions in the country, and we organize also. We work together as a PAHO with the ministry and all our partners in the country. Today is one more activity that the ministry and also our colleagues and friends from different agencies organize to improve health in the country. It's not only about the government expanding the health system, but also communities getting empowered and taking also actions to improve health and well-being. I don't want to take a long time, but I just wanted to highlight this activity, and I think wellness days are actually every day, and we have to aim of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Daniel Albrecht, he is Advisor, Health Systems Services at PAHO WHO. Some of you might not know, but whilst Dr. Scott was telling us about activities in other Caribbean countries, Minister of Health, Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony, he led, and apparently they started exactly 6 o'clock this morning, himself and Dr. Hamilton, and a good turnout, they started, or they did, a health walk and fitness exercise in Lethem. So we are also having it done in a region, more than one regions. Just to let you know also that after we finish with the formalities, and before, I was told, before we indulge in the snack, we'll have to do some Zumba. Just as they did, yes, you can't get, you got to work for it. Don't blame me, I'm just doing the, the program. So we have the feature address by Mr. Malcolm Watkins, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health.
mics.
Yeah. Okay, this one is live.
This is live mic. Very good here. All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning to my Ministry of Health team. Thank you so much for coming out, and for everyone else who joined us this morning. So you guys did a great job. I was told by my IDB friend, Ms. Lorena from IDB, that we walked 9.2 kilometers from CARICOM to here. And those who walked straight through, give yourself a round of applause. Yeah. How much did you walk from there? Yeah, they walked far. Okay, yeah. So to the Secretary General and her representative from CARICOM, members of the government, the diplomatic community, NGOs, our private sector partners, our other partners such as the IDB and PAHO in working with us to develop the healthcare system, and most of all our healthcare workers and the community that joined us this morning. Thank you all for being here on this most important wellness walk that is being recognized not only here, but throughout the Caribbean at the same time. So let's give the whole Caribbean a round of applause. The Ministry of Health joins the member states of CARICOM to commemorate the Wellness Walk of 2023 under the theme Powered Through Collective Action. We recognize that the Ministry of Health, and in keeping with the government's vision and the Minister of Health's directive, that healthcare can only be achieved through a collective approach as a community, and that everyone working together towards the same goal of a healthy nation that creates the wealth we need for long-term sustainability and to keep our generations to come in a very healthy and prosperous environment. In Guyana, there is a high budgetary allocation for initiative to manage the complications of non-communicable diseases, and we have put a lot of focus to reduce and end stages diseases such as stroke, heart attack, blindness, just to mention a few, including complications from diabetes and treatment of kidney disorders such as dialysis treatment. Starting last year, the government has proven this commitment by investing approximately $3,000 US or $600,000 for every citizen that needs dialysis treatment in the country. And this has been a 100% increase from the prior years, and we intend to keep this commitment going forward. A review of the risk factors associated with morbidity, mortality, and disability in Guyana from 2009 to 2020 shows a high fasting plasma glucose, high body mass index, high blood pressure, malnutrition, and dietary risk are the top 5 issues that affect the NCD in our community. And these things are preventable, and that is why we're having this walk today, to help raise awareness and get commitment to challenge and mitigate these risks. The important actions suggested to prevent the appearance of NCDs are: 1, ensuring your diet is healthy, so eat your fruits and vegetables and drink water. 2, physical activities, and we've shown that today. At least you should work out 5 days a week for about 40 minutes. Eliminate tobacco use. Tobacco use is still the #1 risk factor for non-communicable diseases such as cancer in our society. The birth of the community relay and walk is based on the theme recognizing very clearly that beating non-communicable disease requires individual communities to get on board, power through collective actions. Community actions and preventative measures begin from pregnancy through adolescence and adulthood. We believe that the care of the mother during pregnancy is important. We believe that the child going to school is important. That is why the ministry has launched this year the school health program, which we are using to screen kids at nursery school, elementary school, and high school to find underlying causes of potential NCDs and provide more support so we can have healthier kids in school. The ministry is also very serious about pushing the preventative agenda, and it is very reflective in the policies and strategies, especially the packages of essential health services, which we have rolled out in all 10 regions in over 450 health facilities, and we are working aggressively to make sure we implement these services to our communities. This is also compounded by the rollout of multiple hospitals along the coast and the hinterland. Thanks to the support of the IDB and other partners, we are rolling out projects in the hinterland communities. And this is to ensure we provide better and higher quality of service to the communities closer to their homes, so they don't have to travel too far or have an inconvenience to access quality health care. The new proposed model for a healthy living, disease prevention can be considered under 4 Ps. The first being predictive, understanding and being able to predict your lifestyle and the changes you need to make. Preventative, after you predict, you should try to do things to prevent, such as diet, exercise, and a quality lifestyle. Personalize, finding the right approach that makes you healthy, doing the right things that works for you, and making that work to improve your life and the lives of your family. And finally, prevention and participatory. So after you prevent, you participate, such as walks, as we are doing now. So once again, the Ministry of Health encourages everyone to continue to work together. We are aggressively working on an agenda to make a healthier population, and we thank you all very much for being here today. On behalf of the Minister, we would like to give you a special congratulations to everyone who took part, and thank you for your continued support. So have a great day.
Thank you very much, PS. And now he was just standing next to me. Tyson, where's Tyson? Tyson is the one who is going to be leading us through the Zumba, and he'll give us some instructions, where we go, what we'll do, what we'll move, etc.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So before we actually begin, because we're doing movements, what I'm going to ask, if you can just stand for me and you can hear the entire bottom of the tent, so you can put the chairs to the side. You remain in the pool, I'll be in the sun. So it's just going to be about probably 10 minutes. Well, the Ministry of Health staff is suggesting that you go into the sun.
We're live. You want we clip it in here? There's a small piece. Sure, no problem. You're rolling like Jenny and everything is going out, right?
All right, so as soon as you would have placed your chairs in the corner for those persons who are going to be taking part in the session, I'll ask you to come forward.
Somebody cable for them from us here.
I get them. Thank you. Like the guy gets stuck first, you gotta wait for them. And then you gotta wait till they make it sit. They make it no sense. It's not like they can just collect it. They got Do that often.